Hello, Santosh sir.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
Sir, I would like to first of all know about your childhood and where
Okay.
you came from and how you
Okay.
got interested in cinematography.
See, childhood is I like till my graduation, my BSc. I did my BSc chemistry from Changanasheri, Kottayam. This is a middle of Kerala. I mean, middle part of the Kerala. I mean, all these backwaters and all nowadays famous. So almost from that area I came from. Till my graduation, I was in Kerala studying. Then I came to FTI, and then so basically all my childhood is spent in Kerala, and a lot of travel, friends, relatives, and all that, all staying around that particular area of backwaters. I was telling you. So maybe I used to wonder, like I don't know, like 4 5 years before I went to home and took my relatives and friends and all that, and I took a boat and we went for a boat journey in that backwaters, my private boat kind of thing. So I was telling them, like, it took me at least to, for years, and then I had to come back and realize how beautiful all this is. Like, National Geographic has put it as one of the 50 places you must see in the world or something like that. This particular place, backwaters I'm saying. So it took me so many years and come back to realize, to see how beautiful it was. Maybe I was grown up in that kind of a place, no? So that, I mean, when you are too much into that, you will not realize how beautiful things are like. Life
When you go back,
when you go back and revisit things, and you find the importance and beauty of a lot of things in life. I think life is also like that. So many things which you have, or maybe your relationship, your friends, or your family. When you are very much with them, you don't realize their value, and when they are away or when you are not there, you might be realizing how good they were actually. Like that.
So, when was the first time you started shooting pictures?
Shooting, I mean, in terms of still actually, I never had a very big still photography background and all that. Directly during my graduation time in my college, I was doing a BSc chemistry graduation. Before that, my parents, as usual, they wanted me to become a doctor and all that. But somehow Kerala, see, general knowledge of films are good. I mean, they know about, world filmmakers like Bergman and,
There are film societies.
yeah, film societies. They know about Satyajit Ray, they know about Bergman. They know about Kurosawa, all that kind of basic knowledge of film making is good in Kerala. So we also had a film society in Kerala. I mean, my college, but I was not a member. So I still remember I have seen a notice, floating in my college. Cycle Mostacle. Cycle Mostacle means thieves of cycle.
Bicycle thieves.
It's actually bicycle thieves. The thing was that there was a show of bicycle thieves in the college, which at that time I didn't realize what is bicycle thieves and all that. But now I have this bicycle thieves poster in my room. So that there was general awareness in Kerala. So from that I think, and also from my background of living in this kind of beautiful, area, like natural environment, these couple of things together might have initiated my interest in photography, and I will say generally in cinema.
But when did you choose that you want to do cinematography?
That was just immediately after the degree. After the degree, while doing the degree only, before passing out the degree, third year, while I was studying, I applied for the Pune FTA exam. I mean, exam seems to be very difficult now because they had only 10 seats. Out of that, 2 goes for reservation, SC/ST category, then 2 goes for foreign students reservation, like from Commonwealth country and all. So basically, there are only 6 seats, and all over India, the exams happens. 12 centers, entrance exam, first set of written, then you have interviews here in Pune. It was actually almost like impossible that time, but still I tried first time. Then people told me it's very difficult. And during exam time, outside the examination hall, you meet people. They talk that very difficult. You had to do this, that. I was quite hope. I mean, I didn't have any hope. Then probably I tried. Luckily that year they called me for interview. That was a big hope for me. Like at least they called me for interview to Pune. No, there's a paid. You will get the pay. I mean, hostel and food and all that. You just have to take your train ticket and reach Pune. That's all. So that was quite a good encouragement for me. At least there is something in me. That's why the first appearance only I been called for interview. No? But I didn't get the admission. But interview is like 24 people they call for one course, and out of that they select 8 people. So at least I've been able to interact and see FTI itself as a big achievement. I mean, like people in newspaper and all that I heard about FTI Film Institute. People in Kerala, a lot of senior cinematographers and directors from FTI are very famous, like Adur Gopalakrishnan, Shaji Karun as a cinematographer, then Venu, Santosh Shivan, Madhu Ambat. All these are senior cinematographers from Kerala who are all from FTI. And a lot of directors like KG George, Shaji Karun, Adur Gopalakrishnan, and John Abraham, a lot of people like that. So this FTA was a big thing in my mind, and finally I was able to see it first, at least, even though I didn't get admission. Forget it. Then next year, 1 year, cut to after 1 year, I again tried. That time, what happened was, initially the entrance exam was in particular style. That year they changed the style of the entrance exam. Earlier it was a lot of creative things were in the entrance. That particular year they changed it to like normal or medical engineering kind of a physics, chemistry, biology and all. So that I didn't even get selected for the interview. First year I got selected and I thought, what to do now? 2 years going to be wasted. Now parents and all that.
Family pressure.
Family also there. No, after graduation, you're doing nothing. You are just. I was teaching in tutorial college. I was taking classes of physics and chemistry. Physics and chemistry for 10th, 11th, and 12th standard students. So that is a basic pocket money you get. You can survive like that. But parents want you to do something better. No. I told them, give me 1 more year. Let me try. Third time. Again I tried. Third time, I got into the interview thing. I came to Pune again, and then luckily that time we got admission. That this is the same case. When I was that year, Rasul was there, and a lot of Rasul. Everybody knows Rasul Pugutti and all that. Your batchmates. And that year I got finally admission. I'm very happy. Actually, I was very scared when the interview was over and the result was announced. A lot of other people who were there with me on the second year and first year, a lot of people applied again also. Some of them were selected. Like that. So finally when I was selected, I was quite happy.
So you were solely looking for the cinematography course? Or?
No, actually speaking, I was generally interested in cinema. I was interested in direction. What happened? That first year interview, I think interview board chairman was Shaji Karun or somebody. And I told him, I have general interest in cinema. Now I would like to do direction, but cinematography also I am interested. Now I want to be more, knowledgeable in cinematography, and also I think that's a way of learning direction also. Like when you are working with different directors, you will learn from them. You get a hands-on experience, and also as a director, if you pass out from FTI, it's very difficult to survive. As a cinematographer artist, there are some chances you will get some kind of job. You can earn your bread and butter. But director's life is very difficult. I know that. So that time I didn't get admission actually. I told them the truth. This was my intent. And second time interview happened, I didn't do that mistake. They asked me about cinematography. I said, yeah, I'm very much interested in cinematography only. I know when I see this light going above my head and all that, I get very excited. But so I got admission.
So it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it is like that only. But I was anyway interested in cinema as a whole, like not just cinematography.
So how was your experience as at FTI? How was your experience?
Before FTI is chapter 1, that's over. Now FTI is chapter 2. Chapter 2 is FTI, you got into admission and it's a totally different atmosphere. Like you have seen normal schools, colleges, engineering, medical and all that, but this is like some kind of you cannot imagine a education institution like this. For example, we are sitting in a cinema hall and writing our exam. Like you are looking at the films going on the screen and you are writing about that. It's a very interesting experience actually. And also for a normal, a small town kind of a person like me, we have not exposed to too many films and all that. You get to see all these films like every day, 1 or 2 big masters films, like whatever you take name, everything was there. Like Italian films, French films, Truffaut, Bergman.
There are screenings every day.
Every day screening. There are 2 films at least you used to see. and Japanese, all kind of movies we want to see, and also Hindi films, all classics, Kagas Ke Phool, this, that, so many things. So that was a very eye-opening kind of experience for us. For anybody, I think, who was FTA student, I mean, that experience in FTA, they will always remember, and one of their, what do you call, training, changeover in the life happens actually there, and 3 years, you become a totally different kind of a person altogether. Your outlook on not only cinema, even life also will change.
So there was any defining moment in your life, some about the gradual progression of becoming a cinematographer? You saw some film and you decided this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Was there any moment?
No, there are a lot of films, like especially I told before joining FTA only in Kerala, some of the best Indian cinematographers came out from Kerala, like for example Madhavan Bhatt. He had done a lot of interesting Malayalam movies, and Santosh Sivan and Venu and Ramachandra Babu, that is Ravi Chandran's elder brother. And a lot of these people have made a lot of interesting movies. Shaji Karan, for example. Shaji Karan has become director by the time with MTA. But so whenever I used to see all their movies, I used to feel very good in my mind, and very nice. I also thought one day my image also will come on a big screen like this. Whatever I made may come if it comes. That was a wish, like whatever I shoot will be seen on this big screen, and people sit and watch this and feel good, happy, crying or happy or dancing or whatever like that. Looking at your images. I had a dream like that. Maybe one day I will be able to do something like that, and I think maybe that dream became true in the course of time.
So what about chapter 3 after FTA?
After FTA was chapter 3 basically. Chapter 3 is like for everybody, whichever big institute you come out from, but that initial struggling period is very scary. Like that, we also came out from FTA, and it's not like an engineering course or a degree. I mean, IIT or something. You come out and you will selected by Google or Facebook with this salary, and you're safe in your life. This again. No. It's again after FTI again it's going to be big struggle, and you are more disillusioned, like what to do, because FTI you get to see certain kind of films, good movies, all that. But when you come into the industry, that's a different scenario altogether. Like here, first of all, that's a protected environment. Film Institute, government is providing everything. You live your life relaxed. You have enough, your daru and this and that, and think about film and worry about film, enjoy the life.
Yeah.
But when you come out, there's nothing. You are, you are on the street, and Bombay is so expensive.
Yeah.
And whatever you get, whatever kind of work you get, you have to do, and for your survival, a lot of struggling time is there. Like, and FTA we used to shoot with films, picture film, on film camera with film, certified color and all that. When you come out here, new FTA student, you may not even see film camera for years. That was the case that time, like, because film cameras were expensive, so people used to get assist in videos and television and all that kind of small things, assignments. So all your egos go down a little bit, and you become a normal person again, and you have still your dream intact. And depending upon your talent and luck and timing and all that, you might get some project or In my case, after FTI, one of my batchmates from FTI, as a direction student, his name is Shivendra Singh Dungarpur. He was my batchmate, and he wanted to shoot a movie, direct a movie, and he had some contacts and all that. He got A.R. Rahman to do that music and all that. That time, he was never that popular. We shot a song also.
That was before Roja?
No, just after Roja. Just after Roja, because Roja I saw when I was in FTA in Pune.
You are from which batch, sir? FTA?
94.
94, okay.
So that time he told me, you do and come and do my film, Hindi film. I actually also, I was very worried to come to Bombay. First of all, we live in Kerala in a much more spacious and nice atmosphere. And to come to Bombay so much congestion, traffic, train,
expensive.
and there's no space. There's no एक room में 4 लोग रह रहे. You couldn't think about all that. I tried to avoid. I said, see, I don't have a problem with doing a film for you, but no, it's also your first film and my first film. So why you take a risk? You call some seniors, good cinematographers like Vinod Pradhan or Ashok Mehta or somebody like that, and do your first project. Then your second project onwards, I will do it. If everything was. I genuinely told him that, but he was very adamant that no, you should do it. My film this that. And then for that purpose, and I also thought, okay, maybe it is my call to come to Bombay. Then I wanted to have a little bit of experience in Bombay. And I met Govind Nilani. He was shooting a film called Johakal at that time. So some good cinematographer I wanted to work with. So before meeting Govind Nilani, there is another incident. Like as a student of FTI, I was selected for an international seminar. This seminar was conducted in Hungary, Budapest. This was like for all over world, students are selected and they come and there's a 2-3 weeks kind of a course where senior cinematographers comes. In my time, the cinematographer of Jurassic Park and cinematographer Gandhi, both Oscar-winning cinematographers, they were the teachers. So I have been lucky to attend that as a part of representing the India and all that. So this picture is there with Dean Gundy and Willie Williams when I was a student. So that time Gandhi's cinematographer told me, Govind Nilani was the second unit DOP in that Gandhi film. So he told me, my India experience and all that, you say my hi to Govind and all that. I just went and told him all this. Then also I want to assist. He said there's no money and all that. If you want to hang around, fine, there's no problem. I said fine, let's see. I did that full feature film like 3-4 months shooting. And that was my first feature film experience.
In Mumbai.
Then for a short period of time I want to work with different people and see how all of them work. And I assisted Vinod Pradhan for different ad films, couple of ad films like for 2-3 months maybe at least. And then Saini sir, Virendra Saini, and all that. And like a lot of other cameramans also I worked in Bombay. Then I thought I had to work in continuously for feature film for some time. Then I went to Kerala and assisted Venu. He was a national winning award cameraman like Santosh Sivan. That time he got 3 national awards and all that. So very popular, big cinematographer there. So I approached him. So he was nice and he took me as an assistant. I worked with him for 3 movies as an assistant, which happened over a period of, in Malayalam films happen fast. I mean 2-3 months, one film is over. So in a year of time I finished 3 films. Then meanwhile this friend of mine from Bombay, he was ready with this project and all that. I come back and I started shooting that movie. Okay, directly. That is after my second year of FTI, basically passing out. 1995 or 6 or something. And unfortunately that film didn't get completed. There are some problems of different kind of problems. So finally we shot one song and some reels and all that kind of things. So that actually, even though it is not completed, that after the editing and all that, that lot of people have seen it and people liked it very much. A lot of industry people have seen it and liked it and all that. So I got a chance from different people. I was called for different production houses to do some feature films and all that. So, and slowly, when Karan Johar was looking for his first movie, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
That was your first feature film?
That is my first Hindi feature film, which is completed. And similarly, at the same time, I have done a Malayalam feature film also. Like both films happened at the same time. And Nikhil Dwani was Karan's assistant that time. Nikhil told Karan about somebody new. He has seen some of my rushes in Renu Saluja's editing room. So Karan came and saw my footage from that release movie, Rushes. And then he called me for his movie, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. That time also I asked him like this. See, you are a big producer's son and this and that, and it's a big movie with Shah Rukh Khan and all that. So why you want a new cameraman? So I was quite easy. Because he can also get some senior cinematographers like Arnab Ashokji, Manmohan Singh.
He's a friend of Aditya Chopra.
Aditya Chopra, Manmohan Singh was their regular cinematographer at that time. Anil Mehta. So he said no, he wanted to have somebody younger and he will be more comfortable. Otherwise, very senior cinematographer, he will not be able to communicate and all that. Whatever, it was my good time or something like that. So I did Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and that became my first Hindi feature film. At the same time, Malayalam film director C.B. Malay, he offered me another movie. And that also actually started at that period of time, same time. Then I never thought this Hindi film will start in time and all that. So, but I have told that director, if it starts, I have to go. But this also started in time. So I had to leave that film halfway through, Malayalam film. And then I joined for Kuch Kuch.
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
All happened in 1998. Some astrological phenomenon or something like that. I think. What is this? Together all this happening. Then I did that movie and then onwards,
Everything changed.
Yeah, then I'm doing, last movie was Jai Ho, which was released with Salman Khan. And now one more release is there most probably within 2 months. I've just finished it. Few days of shooting is left. Called Traffic. It's a serious movie.
It's a Malayalam film?
It is a remake of a Malayalam movie, but not a regular remake kind of thing. This is like a very serious issue-based film. Very interesting subject.
So how was it working with Karan Johar?
Karan Johar was good. That time he was also new, I was also new.
So, do you think of becoming director someday?
Yeah, that's where I started from. Now, even I have not left. But now also, every time I think about that, something I have to learn more or do more, I always think, but I think I will do it as soon as possible.
So, how do you do lighting on sets? Now, is there any particular methods that you use or you follow any cinematographer like Greg Toland or Gordon Willis or something like that? You get inspired from, or how do you approach lighting on sets?
See, film lighting, what happens is that if there's a script, then when you discuss your script with the director and all the other technicians, you formulate the kind of look what you want to have for the film. Like, for example, a film like Kaal or Luck, and a film like Pinjar. It's all totally different kind of looks. The basic thinking comes out from the script, and also your director have some kind of ideas and vision, references. So all that put together, you formulate a kind of a look which you want for a film. Then you try to follow it slowly.
So which is the film you have most trouble shooting?
Difficult.
Difficult shooting.
A lot of difficult shootings. Even Rowdy Rathod, this film was very difficult to shoot. Very difficult locations. The cliffs and problems like that. We had to walk half an hour morning and evening to reach the location on a hilltop and all that. Difficult like that. Krish was also a bit of difficult because that kind of technology and action was first time introduced in India that time.
In both Krish 3 and Rowdy Rathod, there were lots of CG. Krish 2.
Yeah. Krish 3 and Krish
2 and Rowdy Rathod, there were lots of CG effects then.
Yeah, visual effects.
Yeah, I'm reading about this Life of Pi thing, that the cinematographer got the award for best cinematography.
Yeah.
And there was a outrage in American Society of Cinematographers that why he was given the Oscar for best cinematography when Life of Pi was whole visual effects.
Visual effects and chroma.
Yeah. So, do you think that was justified? It's completely out of box question.
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah, even I didn't know about this controversy.
You don't know about it?
I didn't know even it got this thing. But yeah, actually that is right. The way Life of Pi is shot, except from the talky scenes of Irfan Khan and Tabu and all that and the houses. Most of it is shot in a floor with the chroma scenes. Actually, it is a highlight of a visual effects department. It's not to do with the cinematography, I think. But that way, that controversy have some kind of a meaning, I think.
So have you shot on digital as well?
Yeah. Last 2 films were shot in Alexa.
So was there any trouble shifting from
3 films I
real
shot
to
in Alexa.
digital?
No, I see. I'm an experimentalist. Actually, before I shifted the whole thing, only I used to shoot small ad films or things with digital. And I get used to it. When Red camera was introduced, first or second time it was bought in Madras. That initially only that within that 1 or 2 months only I have been able to see the camera and experiment with that and see the problems. Get used to it. So I got used to it very smoothly, and my transition I feel like film camera only. Like when I shoot with digital, I don't feel any difficulty in that. In fact, it is much more easier when film shooting is much more difficult. I would say digital has made it very easy.
Given opportunity, which would you choose? Shooting on reel or shooting on digital?
See, right now digital has come up very well in terms. Now I will go for digital.
And which is the best camera do you think on the market right now?
Right now in digital, Alexa is the best.
Alexa is the best. Okay.
I mean, there will be a lot of people have different opinions. I would like to say, see, there are different kind of films which you make. Like some films, the look of Alexa will be better. Some films, red can be good or better. But on an overall average scale, if you look at it, I mean, Alexa have an edge of.
Chale, thank you, sir. Thanks very much
you.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.